Hello, and welcome along to another episode of Elsewhither, Tales of the Unchained. Apologies. I will apologize. Apologies for the extended hiatus, but I screwed the pooch and wasn't ready, so here we go. But we are back now. A long time ago, we had a session. Can anybody remember what happened the week before last?
Was it the funeral?
Was it the funeral?
It was the actual funeral.
And then the beginning of the journey setting out to recruit.
If the last episode was called
tribesmen.
When the Music Stopped, which was a very thematic part of the episode that didn't happen, then that was the funeral. There was a whole thing where I was so certain the music box was going to feature. And I just fucking didn't. Like, no one got it out. No one put it, like, on a table or something to think. And I was expecting that. I named the episode after it, and then it just didn't happen. I was like, oh. But I suppose it's still got its thematic meaning. Yes, when the music stopped, when Jack pretty much gave us a great show in many ways at the funeral. And we finally said goodbye to Corey. What happened after that?
We traveled with Drifts on Sands, and before that.
Yeah, so you spoke to the leaders and agreed that you would make an attack on the Black Storm himself. And they gave you the assistance of a scout, Drifts on Sands, and a warrior in Tree's Shade in your battle, and suggested that you spoke to some other tribes. Then
we went over to see Miskiela. And she did some divination things for us. Everyone got to kind of get some sort of boon or foretelling from her. And she kind of gave us advice on what we would need to do when we went after the dragon, and also informed us of the fangs of the dragon.
Yep.
Kind of the cult.
Yeah. So just holding you there. Vel'zekiss, what did she do for you?
She gave me teleportation circle addresses, basically, right? Yep. For Mimna Kolric and somewhere in the archipelago.
Somewhere in the archipelago. This is good.
I have it written somewhere.
You have it written somewhere, good, because I don't, Joe. And I watched the episode back, and I still couldn't work out where it was. I think I was pointing to it on a map that you could see, but the stream couldn't. So I went, just there is what I say in the stream, and I was like, oh. So I don't know where it is, but I hope it's somewhere nice. I'm pretty sure it's probably Adamant's. Random guess.
I just didn't bring that notebook over to the table.
No problem. But if we have it somewhere, it's access to teleportation circles. I did have Milton Colrick down. Josh, what did she give you?
I was Alina.
Yeah. No, Miss Kiala. What did Miss Kiala give you? It should be fired from a bow, preferably at a dragon.
An arrow of slaying.
She gave you a special arrow that was destined to do harm.
I know, this is the second
Storm.
Time you've given me a destined arrow.
Yeah, and you forgot it the first time, right? No, you didn't. You remembered in the end, I think. But you needed some reminders.
Well, you told me in that campaign that I would know when to shoot it, and I didn't, and you had to tell me.
Yeah. Jack, what did she give you? Also a destined moment.
Yeah, she basically said that if you deal the finishing blow to the dragon, everything's all good in the hood.
And you'll get a buff, basically. I'll get
a buff. But if I don't, then that's not good for me.
Sorry, I got distracted by Rico bringing over the deadliest fly swatter I've ever seen. It's just a sword. Rico, what did she give you?
You just told my fortune.
Which was? Any details?
A lot of ruin and damnation. Something about if I went back to Gallania, bad things would happen. Is that right?
Hope not. Maybe. She talks about there being a lot of loss and a lot of riches in your future.
Yes.
And that ultimately there would be a choice whether you took on the legacy of your family and tried to do good with it, akin to the Sheik who you I know it's not Sheik Mansour because he owns Man City, but that's the name that comes to mind every time I want to say it. It's always the guy who runs the soccer team, so I'm sure he's got a better name than that.
His name was
Sheik Von Du or something. Sheik. It begins with an A. It's like Amazo. I don't know. Azamar.
I have it written.
Arazel. It's not too important. Anyway, like him, in that place. And then she sort of told your future, but in a different way. Nikha, what did she give you?
I have a portent die that is set at 5.
Yes.
Yep.
Marvelous. Yeah. And once you've done that, she suggested that you went and interacted with some other tribes, specifically to try and get them on board. She suggested a tribe of orcs, a tribe of humans, and a tribe of Kenku.
Oh, yeah.
And you headed to the orcs. What happened when you got to the orcish place? I don't know what the right word is for that. Orcish.
It was Toothy
Stronghold?
had a brawl with.
Yeah, we were met with like their champion, so to speak.
Yeah, you had a battle with Flashka.
Yes.
Flash.
And you won by a few hit points.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did not
Because
hold
we
back.
fought like in a way that they appreciated, we got to skip through security.
But yeah, effectively you got straight to the elder of the tribe, who was Lena, who was also Flashka's mother.
Mhm.
And yeah, what did you achieve in the orcish homeland? What did you get?
Kind
out
of
Lena?
achieved by getting her.
You got her.
She
yeah,
was
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
I'll come help you.
Yeah, she was like, none of my warriors are useful enough to be pitted against the dragons, so I'll come myself. And Josh will attest that she is quite useful. If you have a look at her stat block, she
All
is...
I remember is that Fenric was snarky with her because I was hungry and that she liked. That's the only thing I remember.
That sounds about right. But yeah, basically, just to give you some hints into her abilities, she has a bonus action heal, which I think is 3 times a day. But she also has access to Cure Wounds, Greater Restoration, Lesser Restoration,
Yeah.
a couple of strong spells offensively as well, a Magic Circle of Bless or Circle of Power or something, I don't know. Some other stuff.
Yeah,
But she's just a cleric.
some good spells.
Yeah, and she has some damage with her. And then you guys began to head off specifically towards Vornak and the Rookery. The Rookery is where you will find the Kenku, and Vornak is where you will find the humans. Yes. I made a mistake last session and said it was Suthak. We'll get to that. That's where I'm at. We'll get to that. I made an error there. So yeah, you guys are headed up the coast towards the Rookery. It is sort of mid-afternoon, I would guess, maybe 4-5 o'clock on Dreamrise 28, and that is where we shall pick up in the mid-afternoon, traveling as a group. And over to you. What are you doing, and why?
I just have a question. Where is the Rookery, James?
The Rookery is at this big red mountain.
I see. Well, what are we doing?
Traveling along the coast at mid-afternoon on the 28th of Dreamrise, I think.
Yeah. As you journey, you will see that Lena doesn't slow you down. She does walk with a stick, but it's sort of like you're not sure if it's a staff that's there for hitting people or whether she's trying to look less strong than she is or what, but she doesn't seem to be slowing you down at all in any way.
Is the look on her face permanent? I hope it is.
Fairly, yeah. She's pretty. Can you ping to VTT? I don't think you can you?
No, but I mean, I can put the picture.
I can just do this. There you go.
there
she's
I call her pretty.
she's looking pretty grumpy most of the time.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And occasionally she stops and sort of spits on the floor and curses, and she's very much a bit of a grumpy old woman. And as you guys are wandering across the desert, she's sort of like, see you carry many tents. You notice she's got a backpack with a tent and a bedroll on it.
We have our own way to set up a camp.
Technically, I have a tent.
And then I'll sort of like do the head nod over to Vel'zekiss and the staff that he carries on his back, I assume.
Yeah.
Been around on the back.
Yeah, I mean, I think Drifts on Sands will say, it's very terrifying. A half a tower in a stick. She sort of looks and, strong magics. You steal them, buy them, make them, procure them honorably.
All of the above.
She gives a little smile and nods. A reminder that Lena will not come to the rookery, but will stay a little way outside.
Actually, I wanted to ask her about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or do. Hold on.
You have bad relations with the Kenku.
No. I have fine relations with the Kenku. They have bad relations with us. They hate orcs.
I'll look over at Nikha. All orcs, or just you?
All orcs.
Would it,
I don't know if they'll count half-blood.
in all appearances, I look similar to you, Nikha? Would it assist us if I were to take on another form? Or would they see this as a form of treachery?
You see, she sort of hesitates, and then I cannot speak for the honor of the Kenku, but for you to enter my home in disguise, I don't trust you.
Just wrap your head in some cloth or something.
The Kenku
Any
homeland
advice?
is a safe place. You could potentially send one as an emissary. They respect magic. And little else.
Well, if we were to choose one, it would obviously not be me then. And probably not the hair.
Nikha, I have so many titles that you could choose. Really, my
Fenric the hair is
such a
definitely
small part of
one of the
that.
smaller ones.
I hope
I apologize.
I hope
Apologize,
again.
Henrik. I will study your titles more.
Thank you. I'll make a copy of my list for you.
I hope a Kenku killer is not on that list, Fenric. Because then you really shouldn't come.
It currently is not. I've never met a Kenku before, actually.
Yeah, none of you have, I would say. It's very unlikely. There is a slim chance that Toothy or Nikha have sort of seen one in passing in the Savage West, but usually the Kenku would keep themselves and be very defensive if anyone approached them.
Are there Kenku in Baldania? I can't remember. I don't think we ever.
Very, very few, and they're in Mimla Colric, so you probably haven't seen them.
No.
There's very few Kenku generally in the world, and where they are, they tend to keep to themselves.
I mean, do we know about them and if they do the thing that Kenku do, or if you treat them that way or not? You know, the whole talking thing.
Like the mimicry and
The mimic. Yeah.
Oh, the whole talking thing. I was like, most of my races talk, Joe. No, I see what
Well,
you mean.
they
They apparently don't.
don't.
No, I definitely never subscribed to that view as a DM.
Okay,
So I
that's
sort of
what
bypassed that one.
I've seen.
But you can go ahead and give me... I think it's going to be different for different people. So I will take a history check from Jack and Mark. Sorry, I'll just call you by your actual name so I can remember who's who. I will take a survival check from Josh, and then I will take an arcana check from Rico and Joe. Sorry, if I try and do that in
Guidance
character names, I'll
myself?
get so fucking lost. No, this isn't. This is not something you're doing actively in the moment, but something you're thinking back to. So we'll start with Nikha and Toothy. What were your history checks?
21.
But 12.
Okay. So with a 12, you would know that the Tabaxi stay well clear of the Kenku at all times. And that's all you've got. Nikha might have an idea why. The Kenku are known to be quite a strong magical race. They often have a lot of magics, and magic is what they prioritize in the tribes in the Savage West, at least. During the war, Nikha, the Kenku only joined the war very briefly for about a year. And during that year, they set up an illusory terrain, a sort of long stretch of terrain, a la Mirage Arcane / hallucinatory terrain, that confused the oncoming army, which allowed a lot of regular townsfolk from the border to escape to safer places in the west. The only time they intervened in the war, and once they got all those people out, they fucked back off to their tribal home and weren't really seen again. So there's that. Fenric, what did you get on your survival check, please?
24.
In the archipelago, there is one particular Kenku who is just known as the Black Sorcerer, and was known for worshipping a black dragon, and potentially had a pact with him. You know that a lot of people stayed very well clear of that tower. Whether that has any connection to this black dragon and these Kenku, you have no idea, but you know of it.
Was that Kenku and Black Dragon evil?
All chromatic dragons are pretty evil. The Kenku had a reputation for incinerating anybody who stepped onto his land, but didn't really seem to venture forth from his Terran land.
Right.
So whether that was just evil or just really, really defensive and anti-trespassing, you're not sure.
But it might, like, maybe Fenric would assume at least a little bit evil if he's in cahoots with an evil black dragon, you know,
Quite
especially
possibly.
if he's made a pact.
Well,
with
worshipped him, yeah, it is more the case.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
give me
yeah.
2 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, I had to change my lighting. Yeah, you'd assume probably not the nicest of guys. And then Arcana checks. I'll take Pietro's first. It's probably a little more abstract.
My grade's 13.
13? Yeah, so with a 13, you have heard of a couple of spells ascribed to Kenku. One thing you do know is that many Kenku have an affinity with magical flight, mostly because they can't fly themselves.
That's quite cute.
So many Kenku find it easier to achieve magical flight than some other regular races.
Sad, actually.
It is a bit sad, I think. Yeah, it's cute but sad. I'm with you on that. And then Vel'zekiss, yours is probably a little more pertinent to these particular Kenku.
Only 11.
Yeah, that checks out, really, because you never did spend that much time wandering around the Savage West speaking to different tribes. But one thing you do know is that they were renowned for little tricks of fortune telling. Not so much, divination and knowing the future, but just, some of those little tiny prediction checks or finding out your name or things like that. It said they've got some sort of preternatural sense going on. So that's what you guys know. Lena will tell you that they are to be respected. There are goodly people, there are powerful people, and a very proud people.
In other words,
Rico, go.
I was just saying, in other words, we could really use their help.
Ms. Kiela did tell you that of all the tribes, she expected the Kenku would offer their help freely.
That's good to know. You were saying go Toothy? Or Vel'zekiss?
Don't know, you all spoke. Go, Toothy, go.
Oh, because I actually haven't really met one. They all live up on that big, what's the big rock called that looks like this?
A mountain.
I've never said that word before. That's a weird word.
One thing you would know is that they don't just live on it;
Mountain.
they live in it.
They live in
what's
it.
known as the Rookery.
People live in mountains?
People live anywhere they can.
Fucking dwarves.
What's a dwarf?
Lena would have said "fucking dwarves" just so that you guys can get some response there. She just says, "Wretched little creatures, short people that mine rocks and walk off with metal."
Oh, like those people that we met really long ago. They remember there was a bunch of them. They were going in a big.
Several dwarves on the way.
They were going in a big ditch.
There were a set of dwarves digging in a canyon that knew of Pietro's family. You of course also met dwarves in the Mind Flayer caverns, though they were a little more shadowy. The Dwergar.
The Dwegar, yeah.
Oh, are they the same?
Well,
Lena shrugs and
I
says
see
yes.
cousins.
Close enough.
They have their in-clan bickering, like any good peoples.
Are they like me and cats?
I don't know. Do you kill cats?
No,
Huh.
but like
Then no.
we think there's like a distant, cousin.
No. They're the same thing. They just live in different places.
Ah,
From yeah.
Go on, Josh.
I would say that they are more closely to myself and Lena. We have similar ancestry, but different ways and cultures.
She spits
Also,
on the
they're not
floor
in
and
this
says nothing.
mountain. It's birds in this one, so forget about it.
okay. The birds.
True, there are no dwarves in this place. As you head on, it gets to early evening, and you are passing next to a mountain on the left, which is made of this sort of dark grey, slaty stone, and it looks sharp and jagged. And it's known as Mamna's Crag. And Pietro, you can give me a history check.
Sure.
That's a 28.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you know a lot about this. Mamna was a geomancer. A long, long time ago, was basically a wizard who worked with rock a lot. And one of the things he did was... Wow! Ruby, calm down!
Oh my goodness.
That just leaped off of Joe's desk into the ether. I'm assuming there's a ledge somewhere behind.
Yeah,
but
he,
it just,
he goes on this cabinet.
right, again, it looked like it just took off and never came back. Yeah, Mamna was known for trying to formulate new types of rock, and basically in his later life raised mountains. And this was one of the mountains he raised, was this sort of sharp, jagged rock. He once he died trying to raise a mountain high enough to take him to the stars. It said he died of hypothermia, which is a bit less exciting than.
Like, how far away is this mountain from us? Like, would it be like
you're at
a
the foot of it.
terrible-
Like you're walking right next to the foot of it. Because the other option is to go into what's known as the Great Crevasse, which is basically a massive hole in the ground that devils have been known to crawl out of. So you're keeping as far away from that as possible, and sort of heading up the coast like this.
Let's keep away from the devil's ass crack.
Did he succeed in making that mountain?
He got high enough that he died of hypothermia.
But was that because he was creating it as he was climbing, or that he created it and then failed to climb to the top?
No, he raised the mountain underneath himself, and then eventually it got to a point where he was high enough that he just died of the cold, and that was the end of that.
Should have did what you said, Josh.
Raised it and then climbed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then he could have turned around and come back down.
Well, somebody that
Yeah,
come back down
yeah,
anyways.
Either way, a lot of wizards have a lot of respect for him in the past. He created a lot of cool new spells. He's often attributed with sort of creating some of the pass wall and shape stone spells, or like refining them, that sort of stuff.
But didn't name them after himself, like all good wizards do.
Well, no, because otherwise I'd have had to make custom versions of the same damn spells on D&D Beyond. And that wasn't going to happen. What's up, Jack?
Did you create that hand thing that Pietro uses?
No, that's Maximilian. His earthen grasp.
Yeah, that
He did name that one.
No, okay.
Yeah, you can. You are at the foot of the mountain, Pietro.
Does it still emanate magic, or is it
Not at all.
long
It's just shards of very sharp slate.
I don't think I would have basically explained the sort of the expose that you just did regarding Mamna, and maybe swipe my hand across the rocks wherever I could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the stone is very, very sharp, and Lena will say that some of the local tribes use some of it as like to make weapons and stuff, but it's really not all that interesting apart from that. But you'll be able to get down to the coast before night falls. It's sort of 8:30, 9 o'clock at night when you come around the edge of the mountain and you see the Black Sand Beach. And honestly, do you know how difficult it is to make art of a black sand beach? I even tried giving it references of Lanzarote where there are black sand. No, it can't cope. It makes it look like this black glass with an ocean on it. And I was just like, I give up. So you'll have to imagine it. It's beautiful. There's black sands. It's heavily tidal, so the tide goes a long way out and a long way in. And at the moment, the tide's as far out as it can get. So you're at low tide. And I always struggle with that one. Yeah, and you can just see this like loads and loads of black sand, and then little tiny bits of shell shining where the water's left. This is where is it called Mother of Pearl? I think it is, right? This is where you will find a lot of Mother of Pearl on the beaches, and many of the local tribes will come and comb these areas, looking for those because they're very beautiful and very valuable. And Lena will suggest that perhaps you camp up near here.
Seems like a good place as any.
And before you raise a tower, she will say, in the morning, are we going to go straight to the rookery up the coast? Or are we going to go via this Vornak? The reminder that this is the mountain where the dragon lives.
Mhm.
So you could go Vornak, Rookery, Vornak Mountain, or you could go Rookery, Vornak Mountain. This is
Another crevasse.
yes, but it's got a name, and I'm trying to remember the name of the creature. I will find it in a second. It's known as somebody's
It's alive?
castle. No. I will get it for you.
Is it a Sarlacc?
It's known as the
Sarlacc.
Behir's Chasm. They're long blue snakes.
Yeah, Jack knows what that is.
Yeah, Silver and Bones, you fought one going in there. I think also in Gravia, potentially. So they're basically a long snake-like lightning lizard. Think giant, 60 feet long. But it's known that there's a large amount of them down in that chasm. It's very deep, and you shouldn't have any trouble even walking particularly close to it. Just don't go down in there.
You go down.
I don't know what a fight looks like if you put multiple Behir in the same fight, but I imagine unless you're immune to electricity, it is going to, or lightning, I don't know why I said electricity, immune to lightning, it would be quite deadly. But anyway, so the choice to be made is Rookery, Vornak Mountain, Vornak, Rookery Mountain.
I don't know. We were talking about the Kenku, so now I'm all hyped up to see them. But
Yeah, let's go.
Like, is it difficult at all to travel up the coast and like bypass the crevice?
It's a flat beach. You just walk along it. You just walk all the way along the beach.
It doesn't jut out into like the beach here, like.
No, this is a sort of like little bits of it, like charred earth on it, but you can walk past it. You would also at that point go through Othel, which when you guys mention walking up the coast, Drift on Sands will say, "Do not care which way we go, but we will avoid the town. Othul. It is full of mercenary people who are dangerous and nasty. And they only have interest in the pirate ships that come their way."
We only have interest in pirate ships. Would they bother us if we walk past?
They have been known to eat people. They are cannibals. They sharpen their teeth, and they very, very welcoming to people that come past. But few enter their town and then also leave. You could probably lay waste to their whole town, but it seems like an unnecessary battle to me.
They help us.
They help us? No, they can't help us. They're cannibals.
They help nobody other than themselves.
If the Black Dragon kills everybody in the west, there will be no one to eat.
You want to try and get the cannibals on board based on scarcity of food?
The
Dragon is basically he's like a crop blight.
And we can
could
pay
also-
them in whoever dies in the fight.
Yeah, there's a whole cult that are following this dragon. Like, that'd be a lot of food potential for them.
It's true.
Those that
I'm against it.
Those that ally with evil become evil.
Exactly. I say we grind down their teeth.
I say we leave them well alone.
At your discretion.
But would it not help the area if they were removed?
It would.
That is where you would like to spend your energy? We shall approach that town. But you will go first. And I will go last. Some Sand is quite firm on this fact.
Yeah.
And then she looks to you, and is this the bit where you raise the tower? Will it fall if it is raised in the sand?
Well, I was going to say, I will look to make sure that it's above wherever this tide might go up to.
Although it would be pretty badass to raise it and then have the sea come all the way around and you look down like, look at us, we rule the ocean.
I know, but then we can't open the front
then
door.
you get wet feet.
I can't tell whether it's better or worse that we don't have outdoor spaces built in the tower yet. The whole impregnability of the thing is kind of confusing until we start doing that. So it's like, let's just stay out of the water.
Yeah, I can imagine when you've got a stables and you summon it in.
I have a question regarding the tower. Does the ground have to be like level where we set it down, or will it just sort of like
the
erect
wording
itself,
is
like,
quite
plumb?
specific on the tower for that. I don't know if it's specific on the item, but it says it needs to be created in a space wide enough to accommodate it. Whilst the space does not need to be flat, there must be somewhat flat ground beneath it, and the tower cannot be placed on land that includes a hole, a chasm, a severe incline, or where other buildings or constructions already exist. So you could build it on like a slight slope, but not
like
a slope
not on
where
the
there's
side
a
of a
crevice,
mountain,
or
yeah.
like exactly.
Yeah,
Sand.
right.
You would assume the tower is solid enough that you could summon it on the beach. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. But you'll
I mean,
move
Pietro
up
can help. I
from the
was
tide.
asking because Pietro can sort of help, just with like molder thing and
Yeah.
compacting sand and making everything.
You make some flat ground. And then you attempt to amaze Lena. Cool. And as you summon the tower, she sort of... Oh. She looks up at it. I'll confess. That summon To go to kitchen?
It does.
I'm in. She'll follow and head to the door.
After you.
She nods and walks through.
With these additional people that we're bringing into the tower, do we introduce them to the keeper?
The servant?
Servant.
He will won't question it as you bring new people in, unless you either leave them in there on their own, or in the case of Nikha, you tried to raise a room for her, right? So that's when he really was a bit like, what's going on? No, he's in the basement. You can speak to him as and when you wish, but in the meantime, not particularly. Lena will head in and then look around. Oh. Looks a bit unfinished, doesn't it? What's all that space for? And she points to the empty stone bit that's ready for new rooms.
Renovation is relatively simple in this place. We like to keep our options free.
Kitchen that way? Vel'zekiss.
I was just going to say simple but expensive.
Yeah, she sort of makes no comment on that, heads into the kitchen, and immediately will head over to the stove, and she'll start taking out of her... She's got this small pouch that's clearly extra dimensional, and she starts taking out a few herbs and spices and bits, and unless anybody stops her, she will just start cooking.
No, I would approach her and ask if there's any way that I can assist.
Any bones?
Not on
Prove
me.
the stew.
We may have bones somewhere.
I don't know that I do.
She's talking about like bone marrow, obviously, for the stew.
Oh yeah, no, there is one bone marrow left.
Great. Yes, it's fantastic. And she sort of cracks it and sort of like puts it in and then starts like stirring the stew. And she will make you meaty meat stew is what she calls it. It's only going to last at the end of a long rest, so don't worry about putting the benefit on. But meaty meat stew gives you advantage on all strength checks. Yeah. Probably not very useful for almost any of you, really. But yeah, she cooks, and after that, she will head into the parlor, find a nice, cozy couch, and she will start snoring very loudly as she goes up on it. As you no further heed. Unless there's anything specific you guys wish to do this evening, you can take a long rest.
Yes.
To the tower top?
Yeah, I'd like to go to the top of the tower.
You will have company. Drifts on Sands is up there.
Oh, Lord.
She's sitting, sort of legs dangling over the edge, looking out to the sea.
Oh, but a copycat! Okay.
That had more cleverness than you realise when you copycat.
Oh, my God. Well, that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, that's all right. If you sit near her
I'll
and look
sit
up
next
there,
to her.
he
Yeah, I'll
says
sit
nothing
next
to you.
her. That's fine. Yeah, I'll sit next to her, and I like look up to the moon, and like I'm kind of looking out over the sea, kind of thinking about my family back home. That's obviously across the sea, and my siblings and stuff like that. I think I'll probably start talking to Gallania about like family memories and stuff like that, and yeah, just all.
Did you do that out loud?
I do, yeah, and just talk about like my appreciation for them and for that like happy upbringing and you know just showing my appreciation.
When you are finished, she will say, I did not mean to listen in, but sorry for you that your family is so far away. Family is important to the soul.
Oh well, I mean, we're sat right next to each other, and I was talking out loud, so I don't think he was really listening in. But that's fine. We all have our paths in life. You know, I was called to be something greater, and they know that and understand that, and they wish me luck.
That is good, but you must miss them.
I do miss them, but I'm making the world a better place and getting rid of the evil from the world, so it's worth it.
You are Patras.
I
But-
would.
Patras, it means I've found your place in the world, and you are at peace with it.
I mean, it came pretty naturally, It started off with just helping the town, like, chase away wild animals and stuff like that, and quickly developed into this kind of hero career, and it's been the most fulfilling thing that I could have ever found. And seeing how happy it makes people, and seeing how happy they are to see me, it's all very fulfilling.
It's good. Also, roll me a D100 when you pray.
This and this. 19.
19? Yeah.
Yes.
The gods felt distant tonight. Anybody else doing anything before the end of a long rest?
Pietro would like to have a short conversation with Vel'zekiss wherever he's at this evening.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember. We did build the things, right?
You did
The
build
room.
the things, yes.
Wait, which things?
The arcane study with the
I don't
accessible
remember.
library.
Yes. Of course.
Right. So I don't think I'm like either in character or out, ready to like be working on a particular thing in there. But I think just hang out in there, checking things out.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think
Pulling
maybe
things out,
just
what's
seeing
out
how
there.
different exactly, and seeing how different things respond to being poked, probed, and interacted with.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So like, I'd likely just sort of stroll in, pipe of smoke monsters in hand. I completely forgot that I had this fucking thing.
I had this headache for like 2 years, and I never remember.
I've just got one on Mondays, and I actually paid to get it. I'm playing an illusionist wizard, and it's sort of just part of all the things he does, and I'm really
pretty
pleased with it. I've always wanted one since I actually called out Henrik the other day. I said I've always wanted one since I gave one to a halfling 3 years ago in a campaign, and he never used it. Is what I said on Monday, and so yeah, Joe. But anyway, pipe of smoke monsters in hand. You sort of a little tiny red dragon just flies across in front of you as you enter into the room, and you find Vel'zekiss.
Vel'zekiss, you there?
I think so. Sometimes I'm somewhere else.
I'll come up, pull up a seat. Actually, no, not even pull up a seat. I'll sit in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cradled by
are
my
you sort of
my
like
magic.
cross-legged GD style, or are you just like
Yeah.
laid out
No,
however you like? Like just
No, like
lounging
cross-legged,
in
but like one, like a leg over leg.
there. Yeah, okay, like that. Just yeah.
I was hoping that perhaps you could take the lead on this Kenku.
Well, I'm sure I can handle it, but do you mean lead alone, as they were talking about? I don't know why we sort of jumped from this idea that just because Nikha can't go, only one of us should go. I'm happy to do it, because I'm sure I can, of course, but...
Perhaps we need more clarification, but I was under the assumption that the Kenku would respect a single emissary. Regardless, well, we both have a strong arcane presence about us. You have a bit more flair for the theatrics that I think they may appreciate.
Well, I mean, it sounds like on some level they might not appreciate sort of artificially overdoing it, but on the other hand, they do the same themselves, so...
I like to think that you guys we're talking and looking out the window, and Toothy just crossed the window as he was speaking.
I was imagining it as Nika's what's
familiar.
your story?
Yeah, the flame.
The pub.
The pub, yeah. Sorry, what did you say again, Joe?
No one listened after the cat moved. The words in it.
Well,
After the
like,
cat
because
moved.
she was saying, like, maybe you don't want to lie about it, right? Like, they might not want that, but they seem to do some sort of like tricks of their own.
Yes,
so.
exactly. Yeah.
whatever.
Well, if we both are permitted to go, I'll gladly join you. I'm sure we'll have their assistance.
Well, I don't know know much about how they come by their magical talents, but if they all have it, then perhaps it is innate, more like mine. I don't want to get there and find out they don't respect me because I don't bring a book along.
Well, I know that most of them employ a magical flight, and as you and I both know, that's no small feat. So they must have a degree of power to them.
It looks pretty easy when you sit in midair like that.
Take his ring off and see how hard he finds it.
Well, I do hover.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
I mean, I can pop up there for a second or two, and I sort of like teleport to the top of the room and hover first, and then pop back down.
Ooh.
But yes, of course, I can manage it. Sounds like they're going to help no matter what we do, so just try not to fuck it up.
What do you think? Our odds are against this dragon.
Genuinely thinking, both in and out of character.
So you can give me a check here, because I think this is quite interesting. You can give me are you proficient in survival?
What the hell's my character? I don't think so. No, I have nature, but not survival.
Yeah, give me a charisma nature check. So just a charisma, proficient charisma check, basically.
Right. So a regular persuasion is the ordinary one there. 25.
Yeah, you fought a green dragon with the aid of another party. It was already a little harried. It had flown a long way, and it was an adult dragon. You know of ancient dragon. They are sort of much older, much larger dragons. You know that the Black Storm is regarded as an ancient dragon. But you know that within ancient dragons, they vary in power. The gold dragon at the very beginning of the campaign that you guys went to heal was one of the oldest dragons and one of the most powerful. A dragon is a challenge for any party of adventurers, even the highest and most powerful. But one thing that's likely to make your fight both easier and harder is the fact that you're going at it inside a mountain. A smaller space means mechanically you're going to get hit by a breath more likely. But it also means that you can hit the creature with melee weapons and approach it on the ground. All being said, if you've got some powerful allies, there's definitely a chance you succeed. Y'all would know that.
And I think if we have... It's perhaps... not the first thing I would admit, but I think if we have enough help, doable.
If I'm being honest, I don't know that just help is enough. When I think back to the Mind Flayers I gave, the thing we lack most was the preparation. But now that we have the opportunity to know what we're up against, I think this should be a mistake we don't repeat.
But I don't know how much we'll be able to figure out ahead of time if it's deep inside this lair. I don't know if we can get some of these Fang cultists to talk.
If we can find one.
I mean, what is it exactly that we could find out that it's going to breathe horrific energies on us? And I mean, what?
Even perhaps the number of occultists. Any information would help.
Whether it's figuring it out or simply trying to arrange things so that this is the case, I do think there's plenty of value in trying to make sure that when we fight the dragon, we're fighting only the dragon. Because whatever we can know ahead of time, it's the indecision and the lack of coordination in the moment. I myself couldn't decide whether to fight those minions or the brain itself. And we weren't all doing the same thing. If we're in sync and I can know where to throw Toothy, I think he'll kill whatever I put him on top of.
This is a conversation that we should have with everyone before we enter its lair.
And I suppose we need to make sure we know as much about all these random people we're dragging along with us as we do about the core group.
I will consult with Akka. Perhaps he knows a thing or two about ancient black dragon. Thank you, Vel'zekiss. I can always count on you for your honesty, however blunt.
I definitely think someone might die. If that helps. Could be me.
Let's hope it's not any of us.
I always just sort of hope if something does kill me, it disintegrates me so that no one's sure if I really am there or not. Maybe I just popped away and never came back.
I was gonna say, no, knowing you, you'll just pop back out of nowhere.
Perhaps.
Good evening, Vel'zekiss.
Evening, Pietro.
Toothy, would you be doing anything in particular, or would this be a time that Nikha could approach you?
Yeah,
Where would she
can
find
approach-
you?
I'm not doing anything. I'm probably outside, actually. Like, I'm
Out on the beach?
Yeah, out on the beach, exactly.
Toothy, might I have a moment of your time?
Yeah. Yeah.
You seem to be one who is comfortable asking questions of things you do not understand. That be accurate?
Yeah.
I find that I struggle to admit my lacking of knowing things, and I'm trying to change that in myself. When we were in Tharun, you gave something to the Sheik and said it was something that your friend Corey would have approved of. I do not understand this custom, and I'm wondering if you could explain what that was.
The small soapstone. Right.
You gave him the little rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Trudy doesn't know.
Cool.
He kind of forgot. These guys. Oh, that's right. I gave him the little thing. So Corey used to do that. He sort of like he sort of would like take things and
Deal.
kind of, but he would give a little thing in return. He just sort of had to, I guess. I didn't really understand it. But I felt that he was from a world where that was necessary.
I guess in some ways I'm used to bartering. It is more common than exchange of coin in my land, and I assume in yours as well. Was it a type of barter then?
I guess so. Sort of like he needed something to survive, and rather than leave them with nothing, he left them with what he could leave them with.
Mhm.
Which was, I guess, not a lot to them, but it was a lot to him.
The way that you say this, I assume that it is not a practice that I should take up myself.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you should do it. I think, nah. I just did it because, like, we didn't, like, I didn't have to, of course, but, like, I feel like it's just what Corey would have wanted.
I think I understand a little better now. Thank you.
Actually, hold on. I reach to my pocket. I'll take out the amulet or the periac. We could do it. You can take this.
What?
This was his.
I should give you something in return, should I not?
Yeah, but just give me something that's like, you know, is okay. What you think is equivalent.
And so with that, she'll reach back into her vest, and similar to where she had grabbed some seeds from before, but this time she'll hold out a little dried flower, which is a fire poppy, and she'll hand it to you. These may not be worth anything in barter, but they are very special to me, and there are not many that I have left. She'll hand you a little flower.
Well, they're worth a lot to me. Fire puppy.
As you all hit the long rest button. Following morning, our good friend Lainey's back in the kitchen. Lena, not Lainey. Lainey's Eminem's daughter. Lena's back in the kitchen. Cooking up some nut grubs. Nut grub roast is what this is. So this is literally exactly what you might imagine. It is grubs that she has collected. It is sort of roasted nuts, and it's all done on a piece of like toasted bread. Yeah, it's probably not all that useful for you guys.
Sorry, by grubs you mean bugs?
Yeah, bits of bugs and nuts just grilled onto a piece of toast. It's a +1 to Constitution. But only +1, which probably does nothing for most of you.
It does something for me.
Great, go you.
I've got 2 pouches full of chocolate-covered hazelnuts. I'm just gonna munch on some of those.
Yes, absolutely. You can forego your +1 to to Constitution. It is pretty tasty, but it's definitely an orcish speciality. Yeah, it's quite sort of pleasing that it only affects Nikha. That is the case. I think most of you are on round numbers of Constitution, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You built your characters properly. Cool.
Oh.
You haven't had as much time, Nikha. You had to go with what you rolled. You didn't get 8 levels of development and subtle manipulation of your statistics.
Random rolls on wild magic tables.
Yeah, that too, you know.
Well, would Vel'zekiss or Toothy have any sort of like experience eating grubs?
I was gonna say, like, he would, before it's even made into the loaf, like, he doesn't need the +1, but he would eat the loaf, and actually, I think while she was making it, it'd be like stealing stuff while mom's making food. Like, he'd just be grabbing whole grubs.
Yeah.
You'd hear Toothy go, God, it's been a while since I've had witchetty grubs. They weren't always my favorite, but they're really nutritious.
Trishade loves them. Like, constantly. I'm, like, really enjoying it. Yeah. It's nice to experience something a bit different. And you guys can set out along the coast. I've got some buttons to press, so let's get you on that map.
Coast after toast.
Yeah. That's playing 2 songs at once, isn't it? Well, that's awkward. How did that happen? Sit.
You'll get it.
Oh, that button there we go. Cool. Found it. It all worked, except I didn't end up in the same place you did. Great. There we go. As you guys approach the Behir's Chasm, you guys can skirt it on the coast. What's the plan with Othel the cannibals? You will see it looming on a hillside. It's not that big.
Is it?
A couple hundred
I was
people.
gonna say, is it a big town?
Couple hundred.
And they're all cannibals.
Cannibals.
It's a cannibal town. That's what you've heard. So that's what
Well, if
Griffstone
some of the
says.
people in town
Nobody
are
else has
cannibals.
verified it.
Yeah.
You can't really have a town of half cannibals.
No, you can. They let them. They only eat them once a week. They let them reproduce.
Right.
It's a sustainable economy.
As long as they're only eating their own people.
And pirates, apparently.
Pirates.
Or
Right.
Yeah, they have a lot of interest in the pirates.
And so, like, the pirates port in this town unknowingly, and they just eat them. Is that how that works?
No. They interact with the pirates. You can give me an insight check. Intelligence insight. Why not?
Oh, okay. Well,
I think you could
This'll
put
be
2 and 2
plus-
together and get a number that's somewhere near 4.
so 23.
Yeah. Pirates capture people as well as goods. They buy the people from the pirates.
Oh my god.
Sustainable economy. That's what I'm saying.
No, we need to wipe this place off the map.
Okay.
I'm with you.
You guys can approach a little closer and I'll take a perception check from my good friend Fenric the Swift. Fenric the Visionary. Fenric the Hare.
23.
Yeah.
The lowest I could roll.
You don't see any smokes rising from houses. You don't see any sign of people moving about or anything in the town. And then you'll note that, like, they've got this sort of, like, fenced area around that is the town defenses. And you'll see one area is flattened in one direction. It looks like they've sustained some damage.
Flattened,
so maybe it's not
flattened like
leaders.
with,
Inwards.
but like with physical or like
Physical.
Is there a sign that maybe a dragon came and
It
breathed
looks like
fucking-
physical, like somebody's
okay,
knocked it
okay.
down.
Okay, so someone might have beat us to the punch.
It was
The
black
Tenku
sounds.
were tired of their neighbors.
Oh yeah.
We should still approach cautiously, though, just in case. We don't know what methods these cannibals use.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
As you guys get closer, it is clear there are no people here. And the closer you get again, you see a few flattened buildings. And you see huge scores and tears in tents and buildings. You see a sort of a gully of what looks like corrosion across the middle of the town, and you will note that a black dragon has feasted, and feasted well.
It's the circle of life. Cannibals eat people, dragon eats cannibals.
We eat dragon.
People,
Yeah,
people
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Awful is no more. Which is good, because every time I say it in the accent that isn't the local accent, Othul, it sounds like I'm saying awful. So I'm glad that we can eradicate it forevermore.
It's awful anyway.
It's also like wonderful for the name of it, of like, awful, like the food where it's like, the innards and like all the like, organ meat and stuff. I was like, they'd be into that.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to.
That cat is on some spicy morning. Sorry, Josh, carry on.
I'd like to like kind of look around to see if there's any buildings that look like important buildings, to see if there's any.
It is very obvious here, Josh, that everything is very tribal, very basic. They're like squat little mud huts. There's sticks with skulls on them in places. There's no signs. There's no market stalls. There's a few
like
flattened buildings. Sort of like maybe a couple of the mud huts in the middle might have been slightly more important, but they're mostly crushed, like a dragon sat on them. If you want to take a little look around, give me an investigation check and see what you can find.
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything noteworthy that's items or gold or anything like that. You said it. What did you say?
An investigation check. On the Austrian inception check. Give me 2 rolls and take whichever dice that.
And that 20 for an 18.
Sick. Investigation.
Yeah, I've got -2. I've got 6 intelligence.
I didn't know you were an idiot. Yeah, that explains so much.
I'm not an idiot. I just,
Wow.
My 20s are in dex and wisdom, so.
As you head on in.
I'm very wise. I'm just not very bookish.
But you are quite good at prying through all this rubble and stuff. You find a few items of interest. The first is a series of glass jars which contain organs that seem to have survived. This includes spare eyeballs, spare tongues, some spare fingernails, and other weird bits.
Well, in case there's a mummy lord around here, I'd like to smash those things.
Yeah, not difficult. You find a series of potion bottles. A large collection. They're all labeled? A dark red glass. And they're all stoppered, not with cork, but with what looks like some sort of like dark wood, almost like the driftwood from the beach has been sort of stuffed into it. There's 12 of them in total that you find. You're not quite sure what they do.
Are they not labeled?
No.
Why does no one label anything ever?
Do they look like made, or like they're from the West though, or were they perhaps?
They've definitely been made here. Like that's quite obvious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The glass is odd and off color and not and a little dusty. The corks are driftwood.
Okay.
Am I right in thinking Nikha does cooking but not alchemy now? Right, that's the way that goes. Right. Cool.
Yep.
Lena has alchemy skills, so you can ask her.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'd like to collect those, and then once you finish.
2 other things that you find. One thing you find is a sickle. And this sickle looks very, very sharp and slightly magical. It is a +2 sickle. And the last thing that you find, I will take a D6, please, Josh.
4.
Sorry. I think I might have asked for the wrong roll there. Come on. Stupid thing. You got. I need a D4, not a D6. Sorry.
Could I keep the 4 that I rolled?
Yeah, why not? Okay, so in that case, I will take 6 D20s from you. Can you roll them in Roll20? So like /R space 6 D20.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah, so I can see each one individually. Space 6 D20. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, you find a necklace that's a little like this, but instead of what those things are, they're little like bone shapes. And you find a necklace of prayer beads.
Ooh.
And that is cure wounds, bless, cure wounds, guardian of faith, shining smite.
Damn.
Those are the 6 uses. Fancy unattuning to a very after poison, very against poison. I will say that you can bypass the requirement of it being a specific class. Anyone can attune to that. It's fine. There is a sort of slightly witch doctory nature to it, though. Do bear in mind that once those beads are used, that is it. So that it's a consumable. But it's one cast of each of those spells.
And they're done as a bonus action, right? Each bead contains a spell you can cast as a bonus action?
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah.
Cool. Happy Christmas. Yeah, if none of you used it, Lena will gladly use them for you. But yeah, I think you should definitely use them. I think that'll be great.
I'll put the sickle in the.
When
body.
you find this necklace, gore warning or just grim warning. When you find this necklace, it is around a skeleton who looks like they've basically been acid dissolved. So everything is gone other than their bones, and like, even those are half dissolved, and then there's just a necklace, and in his hand he's clutching this really vile looking wand. You could wave it at one of your wizards and they will tell you it's a wand of finger of death, but it is no more charges. It has run out. But he's sort of this grim priest-like guy. He was probably in charge of the town, and only his necklace remains now. Yeah. And Drift on Sands is standing sort of outside the gate, but anyone who's nearby will see her as sort of like drawing some runes on the ground around the town, and she's going to do that for an hour and a half unless you stop her.
No, I mean, I would have been looking around for not for stuff as Fenric was, but basically just given the conversation with Pietro last night, I would sort of just say, like, even to Pietro, like, I know good at really not a tracker or that sort of thing, but maybe we can get some sense of the dragon's capabilities or something by looking around. And so just really, like, first of all, it's like, you said this one guy dissolved, like, is there evidence that everybody was actually killed or anybody just
There are lots
left?
of bodies that have been half eaten.
Yeah.
Justice served. There are lots and lots of bodies that have been dissolved in acid. A few that have been crushed beneath buildings and or claws. Yeah, I mean, it's everything that you as a player will know that a black dragon can do. It's landed on people, it's swiped people to death, it's bitten them in half, and then it's breathed acid all over them. It is very clear that it was the only combatant on the other side to the village. Nikha, while you're on the edge of town as you're coming in, you will see Drifton Sands doing these runes, and she will tell you that it's a custom to reclaim the ground for the earth. So they're sort of like, they're reclaiming it from this debacle of humanity, these abominations, and trying to restore it back to its natural state. The runes have no magic to them, it's just a ritual thing.
It was something that I was thinking of when you were describing the destruction of it. Would it be useful if I were to burn this to the ground?
Absolutely. This is exactly the fate I should receive. The whole thing, burnt in flames, cleansed, back to the earth. To be reborn again one day, as it should be.
So I would wait until everyone is done doing their searches and investigations and things, and then I think the most efficient way would just to be summon a flaming sphere.
Yep.
And have it roll around.
I don't need you to use a spell
everything.
slot. You can just burn into the ground. You're a wildfire druid. One thing I will say, however, is that Fenric and Toothy can give me a survival check, please.
23. Rolling
Very
so
good.
low.
8.
It's your plus.
I plus 13, but I can't roll lower than a 10. Like, if I roll lower than a 10,
it's your
a
reliable
10.
talent because you're proficient. Okay. So Toothy, you don't notice this, but in looking through the town, you will see what looks like the signs of someone has already looted some of this. or has picked their way through some of the stuff. And you will see a small trail that leads to the beach. If you follow the trail exactly, you will find it leads to a small cove where probably pirate ships dock, but there is no ship there now. You didn't find a single piece of gold in the whole town. You would assume that pirates docked, found the town destroyed, looted everything, left. They didn't want the weird bone necklace.
Fast.
So that just tells you the town is clear, the town is clean. Is there anything else you would like to do with it before Nikha burns it to a crisp?
Well, I don't need to necessarily do it before then, but I would like to approach Lena with the bottles.
Yeah, absolutely. While the town is burning, you guys can have a chat about bottles. What do you say?
Yeah, I just kind of put it like holding them all. Lena, would you be able to identify what the contents of any of these brews are?
Like cheap workmanship. She sort of takes it and pops the stopper out, and when she pops the stopper out, you hear this like psst sound as she looks at it and pours a tiny bit out on the ground, and you'll see it burn a hole in the ground. These are like vials of acid, but they are vials of potent acid, which just means that the numbers are doubled. They are used to dissolve bones.
Really?
After all the meat's been eaten.
Okay, and how many were there, sorry?
12.
12.
Probably wouldn't throw them at a black dragon if I was you. Save them some.
No, I'm just thinking about how to... what would be the best thing to add?
Vial of acid. It's literally
Just
an
a
item
vial
in D&D
of
Beyond, and then you just have to remember that the numbers are doubled. I think the vial of acid is a 1d6, and this one is a 2d6. I think that's right, but I could be wrong. It could be a 1d4 and a 2d4, or a 2d4 and a 4d4, or some other shit. I'm sure you will find out.
Are you adding it to the party inventory, Josh?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the party inventory. I've already added the sickle +1 as well.
It's a +2.
+2.
Oh, my bad. Sickle.
Whoa, my beyond is lagging.
+2.
I feel like anytime that one of us is editing the party inventory, it like starts lagging things.
Everybody else
bad.
is screwed. Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yep.
If I edit the party inventory while having all 5 of your character sheets open on the thing, my internet just goes to shit. It really doesn't like it when I do that. Cool. With that, you guys can pass Ongthul and watch it burn in flames. Any last words for it?
I'll just spit on the ground.
Yeah. Lena approves. Drifting Sands will just say good riddance, and you guys can head this way. And as you're approaching the rookery, you pass over a series of sand dunes. Lots and lots of them. They're quite difficult to walk on, and suddenly, as you crest one ridge, you find yourself face to face with something you've seen before.
Sand.
Lena.
Love it.
Ooh, floating mentals.
Yes.
Ooh.
You've seen these creatures before, I think. You had their brains before at one point.
Mantle murderer, I think.
We had a moral dilemma regarding them before.
You did find out in the end, though, that they are evil. And also that they have already rolled initiative. So you may do so too. Those of you who control appendages, I will need separate initiative rolls, please.
Oh, come on, leader. Get your shit together.
Shit. So Lena's initiative is...
A 2.
Oh, that's good. Drifts on Sands.
She's an elderly woman.
Nat 20 for a 25.
Let's go.
And Tree Shade.
16.
I love that I just wasted 2 nat 20s on initiative between my characters. Because I got one on Nikha as well.
You got one as well? Okay. Right, does anybody want to swap?
Can I see the tracker, James? Or no, I can't yet.
Yeah, I think this might work, but it might not.
We have
No,
2 nat 20s?
Yeah, bear with me a second.
Damn, Mark.
I hope this works. I might have lost them all.
That's fine.
Yeah, there you go. So Fenric's at the top with a 26.
Let's keep it. Let's keep it.
Okay, Nikha, I am gonna let you go. Oh no, yeah, that didn't work at all. In future, no, you can't see the tracker before swapping. Because it's zeroed out all the initiatives and floating mountains, and it's deleted Lena, and it's deleted. I don't even know how to fix this.
Just close the encounter and reopen it.
I was gonna say like reopen the encounter maybe.
It should refresh.
No, I don't know how to fix the fact that the manual entries don't exist anymore.
Oh, on the D&D Beyond side.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to go from blank. Right, okay. Pietro, your initiative.
8.
Okay, you can have a -5, ruining it all. No, I'm kidding. Sophie.
19.
Nikha.
22.
Nat 20.
But a nat 20 for 22. Vel'zekiss for 24 was that? Fenric was a 26, I remember that. Okay, and then we have Lena with a 2. We have... we have Drifts on Sands with a nat 20 for 25. And we have Trees Shade, who got a 16, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nikha, you are up.
Cool. I will do. Never mind. You're good. You were. It looked like your camera was frozen, Jack. That's the only reason. That
I can remain pretty still sometimes.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Like a statue.
Yeah. So action. We are going to bring out the Wildfire Spirit, and then, boop. I think it's got to be within 30 of me. Of course, I've got 2 copies of it now.
There you go. I should have fixed it.
But then it like undid it weirdly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If
then,
I move it, then you move it. It fixes it.
Gotcha. And then, honestly, bonus action. I'm just going to command it to go.
Okay.
So it needs to get within 60 feet. Was going to slide up a little bit, and then do its attack.
Okay.
I knew that I found a better place to roll these things.
Probably opening it in a separate tab.
17 to hit.
Yep. 17 hits.
Cool. And then that is a measly 6 fire damage.
Cool.
And then I am just going to... I'll just slide up a little bit in expectation that we're going to move, but I don't really know which way to go, so I'm good.
Okay. What has happened there? All right, we'll work it out. The initiative tracker is tracking the wrong person, but you'll get over it. Fenric, you're up.
Okay. I am going to... I think I will just steady aim.
Oh, why's Josh got no face? There you go. Steady aim.
Yeah. I'm going to steady aim and shoot at Floating Mental Sea.
Okay, the one that's already been hit. Yep. Makes sense.
That's 26.
Yep.
Cool. That is 6 radiant damage. Then I'm gonna reroll one of my piercing damage die. And that's 26 piercing damage.
Okay, cool.
And movement speed lowered by 10 feet.
Yep, creature's wounded.
Cool, that's me.
Driftstone Sands will say, these creatures are evil. They can control your minds. Keep yourself sharp. And it's her turn. Is that Mark?
Cool.
Mark, yeah, cool.
That's me. Yep. So she's got range there, so she's going to take the aim action to get advantage.
Is that a
Fire
bonus?
off her long. Yep.
Yep, bonus action. Okay, cool.
Fire off her longbow at C as well.
Mm-hmm.
For a 15 to hit.
15 will miss.
That's her then.
Cool. That brings us to Vel'zekiss.
Okay. I will bonus action innate sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will just with them all spread out at the moment, I will just stay where I am, but twin disembodied touch these sort of two middleist guys, the one that's hurt and the one to the right of it. Yes.
Yep. C and D.
Oh. So here we go. Roll number 1, which I think innate sorcery is all advantaging, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. You get advantage on all attack rolls for a minute.
On the left is going to be a 29 to hit.
Yep.
For if the die would move out of my way, I can see the amount of damage. There we go. That's going to be 14 necrotic. And the one to the right attack is 24 to hit.
Yep.
For 14.
Cool. Anything else?
I think that's all I got.
Okay, that brings us to the floating mantles. Why does that say 85? That doesn't make any sense. There we go. He's going to move up to there, and then D is going to move. Ooh. Is that as far as I can get? Yeah. And then do a 30-foot cone. Fenric, Pietro, Lena, Toothy, and Nikha, can you please make me a Constitution Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
+4 of those in my aura.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Let's just bear it.
Okay. I'm missing a roll for Lena, Josh. Okay.
You're mudded.
Toothy. You take 25 psychic damage and are stunned.
Yeah.
The rest of you take 12. -4 from Toothy's aura, so 8 psychic. Toothy would have taken 21, not 25, because it's reduced.
Yeah, 21.
Toothy, you're stunned until the end of his next turn. That brings us to A.
Lovely.
Huh. That's good.
Whoa.
90 feet movement speed. Tentacling at advantage against our good friend Toothy. That's a 13 to hit.
Nah.
Realizing it's not getting very far with that, it's going to pseudopod Nikha. But gets a 10 on that.
No.
And then is going to use its cone. So there, I think. Vel'zekiss, Fenric, Lena, Toothy, and Pietro. A wisdom save, please.
Tides for advantage.
Okay.
Sorry, I just realized this whole time I've been on mute. Do I auto-fail because I'm stunned? Do I still
Why are you stunned?
make the roll? I failed the first one.
Did you?
And I did say it, but I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh, okay. No, you don't auto-fail any of these.
Okay. Oh, well, I failed.
We don't know the DC,
21.
so do you want to give me a number instead?
Yes.
Because you've got a +4
8.
from Jack, yeah?
12.
12 is a success. That's why I'm checking. Yes. Cool. If you got below a 12, however, you will take 19 psychic damage, -4, which is 15. On a success, you will take 7. If you got below a 12, you are stunned. Trees Shade.
7 is including the -4?
No, it's no, I've halved the wrong number. Sorry, it's 9 -4, 5. 5 is what you take if you succeeded. Tree Shade. I think that's Jack.
Yep. Trees Shade is actually gonna run up. Even though I think they just want to be a part of the gang right now, and gonna fire with their longbow. Oh wait, no,
I'm gonna fire that shot first and then move up.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do.
Yeah,
and also I keep on like reading Point Blank Hunter and just being like, that must mean
I forgot to rename it. I forgot to rename it.
Yeah. So
it's meant to be called Unerring Accuracy. I will change that now while I remember.
Alright. So first up,
what are you shooting at? Sorry.
Longbow. Just this one right here.
Yep.
A.
Yep. Hey.
Is 20 to hit?
A 20 will hit.
Does that include it says 15, and that includes that it rolls twice, the 2d8. So that's what that ability does, the point blank, where it's like, or
yeah. So it's just
where it does.
So the extra d8 is just baked into that attack. So the number is correct, but basically a normal bow would be a d8. Hers is a 2d8 plus 6. And then I think there is also a little thing, right? No, the little thing is not on her. Never mind. Yeah, cool.
Okay, and then second attack.
It now says Unerring Accuracy when you refresh, because it probably won't actually take too much time. But unerringly, she will miss with a 14.
All right. Then I think she's gonna run up. I think she wants to be a part of this.
Yeah, Pietro.
Yeah.
Yes, so Pietro is going to float on over to this side of the mantle. I just want to make sure I have the movement here, so 25.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? Oh, I'm right actually here. I don't have to move at all. I'm tripping. I thought it was Fenric.
You've just moved there?
Yeah, I'm going to move here. And I am going to conjure up a lightning bolt to send barreling down.
Give me a history check. Vel?
Vel or me?
You, whatever your name is. Pietro.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah, you will remember the last time you reduced a creature to... You reduced one of these to 0 hit points by fire or lightning damage, and it exploded violently.
Well, I don't know that I'm going to kill it outright with one of these things, yeah.
I've given you the numbers there, but fuck it. When the floating mana is reduced to 0 hit points by fire or lightning damage, it explodes. Okay, cool. 2 dex saves. What's your DC?
I might be able to get 3 of them. I can.
Oh, it's 100, isn't it? Yeah.
100. So 3 dex.
I've got a 5, a 15, and a 7.
They all fail. And the damage is not great. It's only 20, so they won't explode probably.
So it's 20. Plus 20. They are vulnerable to lightning damage.
Oh,
D is 40 and E is 40. Yeah. E is wounded, C is wounded, D is wounded.
Wow. Oh yeah, C is wounded.
Yeah, if you had rolled well, that would have been insane.
I know. I really wish I rolled well on that.
Sorry, A is wounded. It's whoever's over there. B that's not wounded. Yeah. Cool.
But I will then expend a charge from Akka to increase my movement speed.
When you do so, he
have-
says, you were going to talk to me about black dragons and you forgot. You can carry on.
So I am going to fly up and away. 30.
Whee!
Well, let's do.
You can't fly high enough to fly out of their range, by the way. They are
Out of their,
flying
like-
creatures.
Oh no, I just meant like his physical range, so that
Yep.
he can't whack him or something.
Yep.
How much movement do I have? Let's go 20
Use
and then
25.
20 up.
Yeah.
No, I only use 5 actually.
No,
I was
you
tripping.
you moved and then said you were already there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you moved from here, and then you were like, "Oh, I was already there." I was like, "No, you just moved there."
Well, then I'll just move here. Then. I won't fly up. Then I'll just move.
Cool. Okay, that leads us to C and E. Oh, look at that! Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's going to be a destructive time. Let's do our cones. This guy is going to cone. If you're in that cone, make a wisdom save, please.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm not in that cone.
Was it a +4 for?
All right, you adjusted it over. I can be in the cone.
I'm trying to do it from the middle of the middle of the creature's token.
Yep.
Yeah. DC 12.
What? Okay, yeah.
I've already rolled the damage. If you got below a 12, you will take 11 psychic. If you got above, you will take 5. I have not removed 4 from that. So if you're in Toothy's Aura, you reduce it by 4. Bear in mind you add 4 to your wisdom saves. If you failed, you're stunned. All of that stuff. And then E is going to do the same thing. I think that's pretty much all the same people, except that also... yeah, that's all the same people. Don't forget to make a save for Tree's Shade.
Yeah, I didn't do that on the first one.
Second one is 20 damage on a fail, 10 on a success. Stunned if you failed. Nikha, there's 4 attacks coming your way.
Yeah, I just got stunned with a nat 1.
Nice.
No.
Oh man.
So 2 of these will be at advantage.
Oh no.
So it's going to be a 17 and a 10
No.
to hit you,
No.
and then a nat 20 and a 23. And you got
yes, on
stunned.
both of
Yes.
those.
Once you got
Yep.
stunned, it was problem time. So that's 7 bludgeoning damage. I need a Constitution saving throw against poison, please. Did you just take that paradox to prove against poison off? Oh dear, what a shame.
24.
Cool. So you will only take half of 34 poison damage. So 17. And then the pseudopod punches you in the face.
Does
that
the
is
poison get reduced by Toothy as well?
Yeah, why not? You can take off 4. Then you get punched in the face of 40 necrotic damage.
Yikes.
And I'll need a Constitution save on that one, please, as well.
Yep.
Not against poison.
Cool. 13.
Does that
Plus
include
4.
Toothy's buff?
17, sorry.
Okay, that is good. That is good. Having your maximum hit points reduced by 40 would have been quite detrimental. Lena is up.
Oh man. Yeah, I
Heal,
wish
Lena the
that-
healer. Jesus.
Lena the Healer is on Wednesdays. I must have had Guild Wars in my brain when I made Lena the Orc. Because Lena the Healer is a character in Guild Wars, and Lena the Orc that heals people is in this campaign. Yeah. Anyway.
I think that. Okay.
I
yeah.
will just preface
She's-
this, guys. You will have a long rest before fighting the dragon. In
Oh, yeah,
case
I'm
you
gonna-
had
I would
possibly
assume
considered that
so.
wouldn't be the case.
I'm
Yeah,
low.
she's gonna wobble on over to Nikha, and she's gonna use her bonus action Healing Light to heal her for 18
Nice.
hit points.
Nice.
Yep.
And then as an action, she is going to cast Flame Strike.
I have an asset. Bear with.
Gonna fuck up Nikha.
Like that?
Yes. So I need dex saves from those 3, please.
Okay. That is a 7, a 21, and a 15.
7, 21, 15. So the 7 and the 15 fail. The 21 passes, so the 21 will take half. The other two will take full. So that is 18 fire damage and 15 radiant damage.
They're vulnerable to fire damage.
Oh shit, they're gonna explode.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Nikha,
It's gonna be
give
bad
me
for
2
Nikha.
dex saves, please. No, Nikha doesn't mind fire damage at all.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wow. Look at the difference
Wow,
in those two
me-
rolls.
I know,
That is
insane.
polarizing. I got a 4 and a 22 on my 2 3d10s. Well, you succeeded against the 4, so you will take half of 2, which is 1, minus 4, which is 0. But then you failed against the 22, so we'll take half of 22 because you're resistant, right? Which is 11 minus 4, which is 7. I think you'll cope with 8 fire damage over there. Anything else for Lena? No, she's done plenty. Fenric,
I
you're
think
up.
she's done enough.
Yeah. Fenric, you're
I
up.
am stunned.
No.
got stunned by the
yes.
first one.
Yes, you were. Yeah, everybody who was stunned is still stunned. That's right. Drifts.
Yeah.
She's just standing over there, completely untouched with that 30 hit points.
Take aim and
Not almost good.
attack
Oh, I need to refresh.
A in the group there.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a hit.
20 to hit,
Yep, 20 hits.
and that is yeah, it's all piercing. So 17 piercing damage.
Cool. Creature's
And
severely
then-
wounded.
Second attack, which I
Yep.
kind of forgot to do last time,
Ah, well. She's
for an
fine.
18 to hit,
18 hits.
for another 6.
Cool. That's good.
That's it.
That's good. Vel'zekiss.
I'm stunned.
Good. Nikha. Stunned.
I'm
When does
stunned.
that end? If ever.
Oh, yeah, when does
at
it
the
end?
end of the creature that stunned you's turn. Next turn, obviously. So,
But what if the creature that's
They don't
stunned
have a
is
turn
dead?
anymore.
Yeah, what if they're dead?
yeah, if you're stunned by a dead creature, you're alive. You're unstunned.
Okay, well, a second ago you said everybody who was stunned is still stunned, so. It was definitely one of these ones that was aiming downward, like from above the group, or north
Yeah.
of the group.
Yeah.
No, one of
God,
the
I was
Yeah.
stunned
I'll
by
say
the
that
very first
because
one.
I'm confused by exactly who stunned who, when, and where. It'll end at the end of your turn. Let's just do that. That's nice and easy. So you're not
Cool.
stunned, but it's not your turn. Right, this guy. Who I don't really even take a turn first time. Maybe he didn't.
Ooh. The wildfire spirit, since I'm incapacitated, it gets to go on its own, right?
Oh, do a thing. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Cool. So it is going to spit at that dude, which is just fine. For a 29 to hit,
Yes, that might just hit.
for 9 fire damage.
Cool. Double to 18. Anything else from it?
That's it from it.
Okay. This creature's going to float right up to Pietro and go boom at you. Make a wisdom save.
Save, you bastard. 20.
Okay. With a 20, you will take... What is it? Just keep rolling stuff. You'll take 8 psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
Okay, I don't know what any of those rolls were. It's then going to try and punch you in the face. 17 to
Okay.
hit.
That would hit. I will, however, Gift of the Metallic Dragon.
Okay. 18 to hit.
Oh shit, that hits because that doesn't carry over.
I think you'll be okay. Constitution save against poison, please. As you take
Sure.
1 bludgeoning damage.
25.
That's success. You'd get 9 poison damage. Toothy,
Done.
you were stunned. That brings us to A. Who will... A. He will not scream. He will just simply punch and kick. Tree's Shade. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Con save against poison, please. 2 bludgeoning damage.
18.
That's a success.
Plus 4.
She will take 15 minus 4, 11 poison damage. And then
11.
Vel'zekiss. It's a 21 to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. My advantage. You haven't had. No, you've had your turn. 11 necrotic damage. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
From who?
22.
So you will not lose that from your max hit points. Tree's Shade.
Reaction.
Sorry.
I'd like to use my reaction as the floating mental A ends its turn within 5 feet of me. I'd like to use my reaction to
leave.
away
Yeah.
without
Please do.
yeah.
I'd like to
5
leave. Tree's Shade, you're up.
No, she got stunned.
Oh, she was stunned? Great. Love that. Pietro.
Yeah.
The dude floating in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a new
Oh, it's in
spell
melee
actually.
range, sorry.
So I'm within melee range for me.
Yeah. It should have been. Sorry, I should have. It's got 5 feet reach, so it shouldn't have been able to punch you without moving into melee range.
Well, that's okay because I'm just gonna stay within its reach for now. It's got a 10-foot reach.
No, 5. That's why it had to move into melee range.
Got you. So I'm gonna move over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to cast a new spell.
Ooh. Is it Wish?
No,
You
I
should.
wish. It is called Gravity Sinkhole.
Alright, that's also interesting. You know these creatures aren't touching the ground, right?
I don't think that it have to be touching
Oh
the
yeah,
ground.
cool. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like a sphere.
That is
basically.
extremely excessive, and I'm completely here for it. That's a con
Yeah, why
save. Great. It's a
It
21.
is a con save. From both of them?
You can hit both of them with that?
Of course. It's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Well, isn't that
which I
hitting
can
everything?
possibly
Hey, look, we've got a really cool asset. Let's give
Very
you that. That
nice.
is fucking sick. Love that. Let's make a gravity sinkhole character for you. So you
Yeah.
can use this in future. Gravity sinkhole. In journals, Rico, and edited by Rico. Save, close, double click, gravity. I get quicker at this every time, I think, and then sometimes Roll20 just won't cooperate and it slows down again. Cool, you can control it, you can move it, you can summon it in the future, you can tell me what the damage is. The other
Wicked.
creature gets a 9.
Nice. So the damage is going to be decent.
Yes, that looks
38
Damn.
force damage.
A
The
is
one that-
sucked in and dies.
Correct.
And he failed. Sucked to the center and just dies. The other one succeeded, so we'll take 19 and is not Yankee-Yankeed, right?
Right. And as a bonus action, I again will expend a charge from Akka to get my non-provoking opportunity attack and increased movement to get the fuck out of here.
Cool, bye-bye!
Bye.
Lena. That came around quick, Josh, didn't it?
Well, that helps when everyone's stunned.
Yeah.
I'm trying to delete it, but it's not showing up for me. Is it off the...
It's not there.
Okay, good.
Let's see.
I need to remember to move assets off the screen and then delete them so that when they persist for other people, they persist in a place that doesn't bother them.
I think she's
Okay.
going to toll the dead floating mental
Good
being.
decision. That is a 21 on the wisdom save. It does nothing. Fenric.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I will steady aim floating mental being.
Yeah. Cool. Roll ahead. I think the fight's over at this point, right?
Hopefully, Jesus.
Not necessarily this round, but in general, before creature's gonna get a turn.
That's 22.
Oh, 22 hits. So whoever got the 15 to hit will be very disappointed to hear they've got 16 armor class.
Oh,
That's 2 radiant damage.
Oh,
And then
mighty!
I'm going to reroll one of my piercing damage.
Okay.
That is 29.
Oh, not enough.
And movement speed reduced by 10.
All right, drift on sands. The kill could be yours.
She gets her redemption arc. She will also take aim and hope for better than a 15 this time.
What was it?
Yeah. 18,
18 hits.
to hit. For 16 piercing.
Please describe his grisly demise.
Yeah, so she's, still pretty skittish and, not wanting to be anywhere, just looking very nervous at everybody and almost not wanting to look directly at it in case it notices her. She's just kind of thinking off the arrow to hit it. And that's it.
Nice. And as you guys stand victorious, Lena will look around to you all and so you can fight. And fight decently. These creatures are no joke. She will nod and I think she'll probably heal you up. But we'll take a short rest and a short break. Be right back. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Elsewhither, Tales of the Unchained. Upon defeating these creatures, you were congratulated on your combat ability, given 850 XP, and Lena was like, let's move on. Is there anything you want to unmove on before you move on? I will tell you that after the decimation and pure magic violence that you guys created, you cannot extract any of the brains like you did before for one-time use items.
That's fine.
Good. It's what's happening regardless.
The one that we extracted is still sitting in the party inventory.
Indeed. But yeah, as you guys begin to approach, I really want to call it the Red Mountain, but I feel like that is not what I want to call it. As you guys approach this huge mountain, it is it's visible from almost all of this the Savage West. It's basically, as the image looks, it's a long slope with a sort of steep back part. But as you get much closer, you will see that built into the front of it is what is known as the Rookery. That would have been a lot more dramatic if moving you to that page had actually worked. Give me a second. What is known as the Rookery. And what this is hundreds of little holes and tunnels and towers and different bits of sort of stone building are wrought into the side. Now, please ignore the fact that all these creatures look despicably human. They are not. And in fact, you do not see any creatures at all. But as you approach the road to the Rookery, one creature will appear directly in front of you. And I will take, please, an Arcana check. No, I won't. I will take a proficiency check. Proficiency check? A perception check. I will get there. A perception check from anybody who is proficient in Arcana, but use your spellcasting ability. So, for example, if Vel'zekiss is proficient in Arcana, I will take a perception Arcana. A perception charisma check. Holy shit. I can't word, guys. Help.
So I can use charisma but not be proficient because I'm not proficient.
That right there. Do that. So, okay. Rico, are you proficient in Arcana?
Yes.
Are you proficient in perception?
No.
Give me an intelligence check. Nikha, you proficient in Arcana?
Yes.
You're proficient in perception?
Yes.
Fantastic, and it's all wisdom. So just give me a perception check.
And my Arcana is not wisdom currently, just because the Druid thing does the weird now in 2024. Yeah. I get it. So yeah, but nat 20 for 30.
Well, there we go. Pietro, you got
20,
and Vel'zekiss was looking the other way. As this creature manifests before you, he
was trying to get ready to do that to them. He's like, I'm gonna go up here over there. Then
yeah. The music's not working. The picture's not working. Come on, Roll20. Keep up. Got things to click. You guys cannot see who's arrived in front of you, can you? I need to ping the hand out again. Okay, let's go find that hand out and ping it again. Appearing before you is...
Oh.
And immediately, Pietro and Nikha will realize this creature is not fully here. This is a projected image.
That lies purple.
No, he is genuinely purple, and he wears purple robes.
Oh, cool.
But as he looks at you, he sort of approaches. These are times of trouble, travelers. We do not accept outsiders.
Well, you might accept us as we are here to fix the time of troubles.
You see the projected image look around, group of you. Very well, we will speak with one of you, who will serve as your emissary.
Seems like I'm doing the job so far.
Very well. And there's a sort of stutter of the image, and then moments later he will fully appear in front of you. He will reach out to you, Vel'zekiss, and say, "If you will come with me." And he extends a hand from his wing out towards you.
All right.
Vel, you are going to be teleported into their home. But given your understanding of teleportation, you could, I don't see why you would, but you could choose to resist this and not go.
Yeah, I was tempted to just do it to him, to somewhere random, to like try to contest, but it's fine. That's where I want to go. So
Okay. He brings you into a round council hall made of stone. There is a small raised dais in the center, and he gestures to the dais and says, "I have called council. My comrades will be here shortly. We will speak with you."
is the dais for them or for us? For me?
For you.
Well, then I would have just stopped myself right over there, and I'll teleport onto the dais.
Two other Kenku arrive. One is a very, very sort of withered grey bird who sort of comes into the room incredibly slowly. Looks up at you and... "Is it?" Gives you a nod. So, the other is a gentleman who stands tall. He holds a staff in his hand. Looks over to you. "Vel'zekiss is what you call yourself." Yes.
Indeed it is.
"Welcome to the hall. Your mission is important to us."
I would have thought so.
He nods. Slowly. Severin takes the lead and says, "You speak of coming to end the time of troubles."
Well, I have no doubt something else will spring up eventually, but we've heard a great deal about the difficulties caused by this black dragon.
He is not the only problem. The cult stand with him.
Yeah, we've heard about them as well.
The Braxat have been driven out into the open. It has caused disruption amongst the monsters of the Savage West. You will solve this problem by slaying the dragon.
That does seem to be the, simplest if not easiest solution.
Are you capable?
We have not dispatched an ancient dragon before, but a younger one, and many other feats besides, Elder Brain and so forth.
He twitches sideways, and Damarak will test you. And the small grey Kenku looks up to you and says, "Are you strong of mind?"
Most of the time.
"And we will balance the flame." And as he looks at you, he sort of catches your eyes, and you, the room goes dark for you. And between you and him, is a small ball of flame. You will know immediately this is not a real ball of fire, but is a sort of a test of strength, of mental willpower, if you will. And I will take from you a charisma check as you sort of, as he pushes the ball towards you mentally. And you will immediately realize that this very weak bird, who clearly, can barely stand on his own accord, is incredibly strong magically. We're effectively doing opposing athletics checks, but spell casting checks.
Right. Alright, I'll just do it. I was gonna kind of try to finagle to get my Tides of Chaos back, but I'll just... I won't. Here we go. Straight charisma, you say?
It's a straight charisma check.
Lame. 9.
You're caught a little bit by surprise as the ball sort of comes towards you. What is Vel'zekiss' instinct when you can't stop it as it moves towards you inexorably? How would you respond?
Shield.
Cool. I like that.
Joe, don't forget you've got cards.
Yeah, that too.
All
that
right.
too. Many of. And he sort of nods as the shield comes up, and he will... you see him sort of fan a wing, and suddenly... there are 6.
Although,
go on.
if I actually cast Shield, Wild Magic Surge will go off.
Love that. Please, roll it. With a 99 on the die, this says roll on this table at the start of each of your turns the next minute. I'm not going to ask you to roll at the start of each of your turns. I'm going to ask you, please, Joe, to give me 10 Wild Magic Surges.
Okay.
Because that is how many go off. You take 6 psychic damage. That's good.
Well, they'll be all on the track here, so let me just click them first. Right. 2.
Yep.
3. 4,
Oh my god.
5, 6, 7, 8, a 9, a 10.
Okay, so you take 6 psychic damage. All creatures within 60 feet of you are frightened of you, if they can be frightened. Illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of you, giving you a disadvantage on all dex stealth checks during this time. You cast True Seeing on yourself without expending a spell slot, because you can. Magic Missiles is a 5th level spell slot, which gets shielded immediately by our good friend Damarak. 100 gallons of water appear over your head and fall in a 10-foot radius around you, cleansing all the torches in the room, at which point you all gain vulnerability to force damage for the next hour. You teleport after 20 feet as a bonus action for the next minute. You move much faster with 10 foot of movement speed, and you are frightened of the nearest creature. So they're frightened of you, you're frightened of them. There's 100 gallons of water cascade downwards. Damarak sort of looks at you, and there's 6 firearms come into place. He loses concentration on absolutely everything. And as you demonstrate this sort of wild magic, I can imagine that there's colors and flames and lights and movement. As these 3 wizards observe you, or sorcerers actually, to be very specific, you sort of get this, the force is strong with this one moment, as they all look, and I just, well, an unusual but powerful display of magic. Not quite the intent of the test, but I think in some ways you have gone.
You caught me a bit by surprise.
Your people do not do the balancing of the flame.
It is not a specific test that I have encountered before, no.
Do well in the halls, but it is not to be. You must prepare yourself and your companions for this battle. And then you will have the aid of Balthazar. He will travel with you.
Well, we had been advised to expect your support, as you are goodly people, but still nice to have it so readily offered.
We will give what magic we can to prepare you for the battle. It's no mean feat, and the cult are strong. We believe them numbered in 50s and 60s. Yes, indeed, the same Balthazar. It is the same creature, in fact. Your companions, they will need to enter our halls to be assisted. Given your magics, are they accepting of teleportation?
Most of them have let me shift them around at one point or another. What is the nature of the system?
And with that, Severin just teleports out the room. In the middle of the sentence, he just says, I will get them, and then gone. The rest of you, this purple bird will once again appear before you, and your petition for aid has been accepted. You are required to join us in the chambers. Will any of you remain behind? And then he suddenly looks, and he sees Lena, Nikha. He takes a moment and looks at you, each of you. It is not the custom of the Kenku to accept orcs within our halls. Much trouble in the distant past. But it was the distant past.
Olatum, these are unusual times, and there is much trouble in the land. Perhaps for a moment we can forget our past and look to right the future.
The orcs have forgotten whatever troubles between you and us long, long ago. To which Severin replies, yes, the minds and memories of the orcs are often short. When it suits them.
You will have us, I will come, but I will not force myself upon you.
Severin does not laugh. James loses it. He looks over to Lena and she sort of shrugs and I will cause no trouble. He nods and he gestures towards you all. Come close, please. And then with one spread of a wing, he will teleport you all into the hall. You see Vel'zekiss standing upon a stone dais in the dark, drenched, with flowers swirling and butterflies swirling around him. It's mildly odd, but I'm sure you are used to it. The old Kenku Damarak looks at you. He can offer a little bit of assistance. Dragons breathe acid. I can find you something that may assist you. And he sort of reaches down into this robe of his and he pulls out a single ring. He floats it over towards you, Vel'zekiss. How many of you will go into battle?
All of us.
And everyone you see here, plus anyone else we get to go with us between now and then.
And as you say that, the ring sort of... It's as if another ring falls out of the ring, that falls out of the ring, that falls out of the ring. And falling into your hands are 10 rings of acid resistance. The magic on them will not last too long. But you should be able to wear them alongside your other. Basically, it's 48 hours of acid resistance. Once he's done this, so you will have a day to travel to your human peoples, and then the following day, the ring will last, and after that, there is nothing. You have a couple of days of acid resistance rings, but they do not require attunement. We have potions that you may take. And perhaps just one of you, we could assist further. We put our magics together. And he will explain, although I'm not quite sure how he would word it, but the mechanics of it is basically a stone skin spell that will last the same duration. So but they can only give that to one of you.
I can cast Stone Skin, I think. So.
Yeah. But obviously that would be the one thing you were concentrating on.
True.
So it's resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, basically. I would assume you want to give this to Toothy, who's likely to go and get up in their grill.
Yeah.
I will look to you and say, a worthy champion. You must travel quickly. The cult call themselves the Fangs of the Dragon. They are numerous. We think there are perhaps 50 in the mountain, as well as their slaves, their soldiers. That's 50 magic users. You can expect a few more, 60 or 70 actual fighters. There is a small circle of them, perhaps 6, that stand with the dragon at all times.
Do they ever leave the mountain?
Some of them do, but they always leave 6 in the Hall of the Dragon. We know this because that same 6 now hold a spell that prevents us from scrying within their halls. We have sent creatures to look, but magical eyes cannot pass. The center of the mountain is open, so the dragon can leave. A shaft straight upwards, over a mile long. Perhaps a brave or reckless creature could throw themselves down and survive the fall magically and take a fight directly with the dragon, but to do so might attract the ire of the entire cult in one go. We would recommend entering from the outside. These creatures cannot be reasoned with. Cannot be bargained with as far as we know. They make some sort of pact with he they call the Blackstorm. I do not believe they can turn from it.
Zarakdin is his name.
Curse it.
So he recommends coming in from the outside.
Working your way
drawing
through, like
the
killing
army
as
out,
many of the
or-
cult as you can on the way in.
On the way. Okay, I see.
You see
A series of 6v6s and 8v8s as opposed to a 10 versus 50 plus dragon.
Yeah.
Is his recommendation.
They have
Okay.
several dozen magic users, you say.
Some are weak,
How many?
some are strong.
How many do you have?
The numbers of the Kenku are many. Few are those who are trained in battle. You may have Balthazar. He will be more than enough.
I certainly hope so. Or your numbers will dwindle after we fail.
His eyes flash with anger. He looks at you and do not question the power of the Kenku. We could have left, and we have chosen not to.
Very well, we appreciate the assistance.
Forgive me, but it seems like you implied that none of the cult may be swayed from their ways. We know of someone who is dear to one of our party members who is part of this cult. Do you think there is no hope for her?
Perhaps after the dragon is slain. It is my belief that if they break from the path they have chosen, they will have no choice in their death. To leave one alive long enough to rescue them may endanger your mission. Damarak, the old Kenku, looks to you, Nikha, and to Lena. Says, you two. Perhaps you wish to learn why the Kenku do not speak with the orcs. It seems this history is lost to you.
I guess in some manner, the history of the orcs and the Kenku is a history of mine, though perhaps it was not my particular tribe that participated.
Your people have moved on
Hear
from
of it.
those times, that is true. He probably says you of the Yelvan? Is that right?
Yervil.
Yereval. You of the Yereval people have distanced yourself further, but... Kenku have consolidated their power because of the many, many raids that were conducted upon their people. We learn by watching our history. Many of us are blessed with this ability. And he sort of casts his hand to the wall, and you'll see that there's like a waterfall that falls, but it seems to fall very, very slowly, the water. As if permanently affected by feather falls, making one large sheet of water that falls down. And as he casts upon this sheet of water, you will see it fill with images as if a cinema screen. As if he's displaying a scrying, and images of orcs raiding small Kenku towns and stealing small Kenku children, burning the places to the ground, and all sorts of other atrocities will flitter across. As you look, you will note the very, very ancient weapons. The very, very archaic style of dress and magic. And Lena sort of scoffs and hold us responsible for the acts of those that is, what, 3 millennia ago, perhaps? Ridiculous. I'm sorry that your ancestors' were once troubled by my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. But little responsibility for that do I hold. Or any of my people. Let go of your petty grudges. Let people move forward. Orcs do not raid humans or caravans or other orcs for that matter these days, for the most part in the West. They keep to themselves. Would that that was true. And perhaps it is true for your tribe, and perhaps yours too. But many are the orcish tribe that make war. But we differentiate between different groups of Kenku, so why not between different groups of orcs? We will consider sending parley.
And it may not be my place, Lena, but given the actions that happened millennia ago, as you say, has affected the course of history for these people. It was not our sin, but what happened did happen, and it does have some bearing for the current situation. We cannot ignore what was done to them, simply say it wasn't our fault, for in some way, the actions of our ancestors helped us. It gave us advantage. They took from other peoples and had more resources. Therefore, we were stronger.
She sort of looks over for a moment. It is good that you have overcome your previous weakness.
And what was that?
No, she's speaking to the orcs.
Oh.
To the Kenku even. She says, now that you are strong enough to defend yourself, no further atrocities can be committed. The orcs know this. There is strength in strength. How much longer must we tarry here? Balthasar sort of looks over and... A good question. We should be to the mountain as soon as possible. Are you ready to depart? Severin could take us close to the mountain with his magics.
We were hoping to stop and acquire one more ally or group thereof.
And who would that be?
Humans. In a town between here and the mountain, or sort of somewhat between here and the...
Cannot send you that far, as I do not know a specific place there, but can put you a ways outside, past the Behir Chasm.
Be preferable.
As he says this, a young Kenku comes in bearing a satchel, and will press it into Vel'zekiss' hands. There are 10 greater healing potions in there. So,
Thank you.
Damarak looks to you and I wish you luck. Is this your chosen champion? And he looks towards Toothy.
I think for all intents and purposes, that's an accurate way of putting it.
He gestures you over with a wing. And then places a hand upon your shoulder and begins to incant. And you will see this sort of like, it's almost like your skin turns metal temporarily as this silver grey light cascades over you and then seems to sink into your skin slowly. And then he just punches you in the chest. And as he hits you, your bare skin, it sort of... It will hold. Good luck.
Fenric has a look of annoyance there. Tooth has been named champion of this group.
He protests vehemently in a rather childish voice. Yes. Fenric, noting this, Balthazar will turn to you and perhaps the victors will be those that are not hit at all. Wouldn't you say? Damaric's magics aid your friend in taking the blow of a dragon. I personally prefer to avoid it completely.
I don't care what magical benefit you give him. I just don't think that that is a title that should be given to him alone. You see that, like, Fenric is trying to, like, not take anything away from Toothy, but he's like...
He looks to you and... Indeed, and perhaps the champions will be those that stand victorious after those in metal cans make themselves martyrs for our victory. He looks over at Toothy and looks back at you, and I do not understand this business of layering metal upon oneself and getting hit repetitively. Do you strike with magic? Fenric?
I strike with magical items.
A user of wands and staves?
I'll take out my bow and I'll pull the string back. And as I do, a golden magical arrow is placed there.
He looks, and there's this moment of disdain in his eyes. He says, "We all have our place."
Yeah, it doesn't like marshals.
No respect for them at all. This is probably the most complicated stat block of the group, just because he's a caster. Rico and Joe. It seems to be left to one of you two. Who wants it? The other one's an idiot human, so...
Time zone discrimination.
That Mark's on the same time zone. He was just
I know,
up
right?
at 4
Like
a.m. for some reason.
I know, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I didn't read the entire message at first, and I just saw the 3 stat blocks, and I was like, "Oh, that's so nice." Those guys just took them off our hands. And then I was like, "Oh,
I was
fuck."
told to. James was like, "Can
yeah,
you
I went
please
to read
take
and
that
see what you
off?"
think. Yeah, it's.
Well, I mean,
I think perhaps Rico, it might make more sense for you.
is he a wizard?
He do be a sorcerer.
A sorcerer.
Yeah, there is a fairly lengthy list of spells. But you don't also have to manage a bunch of random things happening that
That's
might
true.
change things all of a sudden. So you
That's
should be able to plan a little bit better than Joe, who might suddenly find himself teleported 60 feet in the
I
air
will
and
take.
raining water on everyone.
Is his name Severus? Severin?
No, you can't have Severin. He's the leader of the entire Kenku. You can have Balthazar, who has been given to you.
Sorry.
I will ping out the stat block for you.
Thank you.
Just a heads up, Mark. You are currently controlling a character that will not be participating in the battle. You will get a replacement orc when you get to the mountain. Dazark, yes. Here is the great and mighty Balthazar for you all. Yeah. I'll just see a large, long list of spells and portents.
Oh, important. Very nice.
Not pre-rolled portents, but portents in the moment. He is, in some ways, a divination sorcerer.
I got you.
Severin will look to you all expectantly and say, "And are you ready to leave?"
I don't see anything stopping us.
Yeah, and he will teleport you out a little way from the area near Vornak. There's Dazark's stat block for you, Mark, for the future.
I'm really glad that Drifts on Sands, like you reminded me, like, you know, isn't going to participate because I looked
She's
at the
got
health on that and I
35
was just
hit
like,
points. She's a scout.
she's just
not
going to get
the-
wiped
not
out
the
instantly. I am going to get
Saying
this
that,
cat killed.
I think a couple of them have 57, 60, 61. But Vel'zekiss only has like 55, right?
I'm at 64 now.
Okay. When I'm 64.
Ta-da.
Cool. Yeah, he will teleport you a little way outside of Vornak, and Balthazar will look around at you all. And I'm Balthazar. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pietro di Rocco.
Or is it? A powerful artifact you carry.
A few.
No, just one. The book.
Akka.
Sentient items are often not to be trifled with.
Would you like to say hello?
He considers for quite a while. Perhaps a little later. I sense some
Gallery.
trouble in the town ahead.
Well,
He
I was
says
going to
this
ask, what
6.5 miles away from the town, by the way.
what do we know about Vornak? Like, does
Vornak is
Bjorn
one of the-
have any background?
Is one of the tribal human groups. You were told quite a bit about them by Watchers in Flames. They're one of the human groups that during the war tried to I want to say unionize. That's not the word I'm looking for. I tried to unite various tribes and peoples to defend against the incoming invasion. They're a very tribal people. They're very honor-bound. They're probably quite similar to those of Sheveth, of whom you met one of their members at an oasis. They're a desert people. They're not as powerful in terms of their warriors as many of the other groups out here, but they're bigger in number.
Okay.
And Balthazar will say, I sense trouble in the town ahead. I cannot discern its nature from here. We should hurry.
Do you have the same power as your leader?
I do not teleport people from one place to another, no. We each have our specialty. Mine is foreshadowing. But there is something I can do to aid us, and he will ritual cast Rory's telepathic bond, which Rico can ping to the VTT. If I think if you click the little dice next to the spell, we'll ping it into the chat. Yes, look at that! Magic! So basically a telepathic link among 8 people, so Drifts and Sands can get left out, because there's now 9 of you. So you can speak telepathically. Lasts for 1 hour.
An hour?
Yeah. I was looking for it in the description, and it's above it in the duration. And as you guys approach this town, there don't seem to be any people here.
Oh no.
Does it look like they've been attacked by a dragon?
No, it looks like they've just vanished.
Oh.
And you are able to walk right into the town when suddenly you hear a crash. There's a large, shambling creature sort of walks around and... One.
Who are you and what have you done with the townspeople?
Done? Done nothing.
Do you know where they've gone?
Not here. No food. And then you hear a voice from in the building over here. And I'll take a nature or religion check from Mark and Rico. Either.
So just straight int for me.
Yeah, same.
16.
Yeah, it's in a language you don't recognize. Nikha, there's some weird familiarity to it, but you don't know what it is. Pietro, there was an element of flame to the voice. Not primordial, though. Perhaps more infernal? And then the giant just looks at you and informs you quite gently. Boss says you die. And I will ask a question. Where's our cutoff? Because this combat will take half an hour. So we will still end before the traditional 12 p.m., but do we need to end sooner? Now.
I'm good.
Jack?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Rico, where are you? Where are you on this? Combat now, combat later? You need to ask.
Our cutoff is now.
Yeah, I mean, technically it was always 12 o'clock, but we tended to finish half an hour early, so I wasn't sure what the sitch was. But we can absolutely end and start with this combat next week. It's not a big deal.
While he's stepping away, when we were warned that trouble was up ahead, is it okay if I had summoned the Wildfire Spirit, knowing that we were walking into a potential trouble?
Yeah, why
In
not?
less than an hour. Okay.
Are we stopping now and starting next week?
Perhaps now, yeah.
Cool. We will come to the timeless tradition of MVPs, but before we do, I will just remember to do a thing. Rico, it's you that's taking Balthazar.
Correct.
Okay. Those of you who are not called Joe, in your under the characters tab where you find your normal characters, there should be a little drop-down menu called an NPC tokens. Do we see that if we're not Joe? So under
where,
characters in the journal where you would normally find your own character, there's a little subfolder just above that says NPC tokens. You should all be able to see your character that you control.
Yep.
Can you drag Balthazar onto the map, Rico?
Yeah.
I just want to see if it worked. No, indeed. Of course. Let me do a thing. Sorry, that was sort of kind of expected. Yeah, you can delete that one. Excuse me. Try now.
Just reloading roll 20.
Make sure you're dragging from the name, not the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And it should now work.
Yeah, it's just taking forever to load. Okay, here we go. There it is.
In the aura. There we go. Yeah, and I will just open the doors. Not literally. I will just release the beasts. And then we will... Oh, hello. And then we will go to MVPs. So walking out of one door is a fire giant. And walking out of these doors are brogues. We will talk about what they are next week. But right now, timeless tradition of MVPs. I will kick it off with Fenric saying, of all my titles, the hair is not one I particularly adhere to. I also gave out some inspiration today to Joe for a mixture of two lines. The first is if I can work out where to throw Toothy. And the second is I hope if I die, I get disintegrated. Both of which were equally silly. In terms of MVPs, we will start with Josh.
It's really small. I just really liked the Kenku art.
Cool. Both of them, or the specifically Severin?
Yeah. Both of them. Yeah.
These are arts I actually found online. They're not. ChatGPT hates creature arts. I think Balthazar's actually has the author. No, it doesn't. But yeah, kudos to whoever drew them or made them. Jack.
This session probably had really good moments where we all had sort of pretty serious conversations, with Pietro and Vel'zekiss, and then I don't know if it was in this order, but then bloody Fenric and Dress on Sand, and then Toothy and
Nikha,
Nikha, and it was every one of those conversations just in the one night was they were all really cool and really emotional, emotionally powerful in their own ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Stuff, so.
I think it's been really nice having this tower because it sort of is this thing that when I take us to the map, everybody goes, "Oh, roleplay time." And locks in we're going to talk. So it's really nice to have. I said that to Josh. It's been a really nice process that when you guys go into the tower, it's sort of an opportunity to just have time at your leisure, So yeah, kudos to you all for role playing in that moment. Rico.
I'm gonna have to give it to Vel'zekiss for completely living up to Pietro's expectations, and although probably a little more theatrics than he had anticipated. So,
yeah,
it doesn't work out.
Tale. They do. Mark.
I just loved Fenric's struggle with not being named as the champion, and him not wanting to take it away from Toothy, but also just why would I not be chosen? Come on, this is what I do. And yeah, it was a great moment.
Yeah. Terrible target for resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damages. I think he's taken no damage in about 8 fights running, but great target for champion. Joe.
Well, certainly just Rico Pietro for initiating that conversation with Vel'zekiss. I mean, as I've said, it's he is a high charisma character, and it's I did give him proficiencies in things that would be necessary if he ends up being the one to talk to people. But I can't ever quite decide how and when to actually have him do that, given his personality. So being pushed into it here and there will help that along. And then also I just really liked what's her name, Lena, the orc lady, insulting the tower for not being very complete.
Yeah, she's really not impressed by much, is she? I just, every time I play her, I more and more think that perhaps one day I'd like to play a character that is a little like her, just really just cynically unimpressed with almost everyone and everything. And yeah, and a bit cantankerous, exactly. But no, you guys did a great job. You secured the Kenku, which was going to be, you had to succeed in the magical duel to convince them that you were strong enough with the balancing the flames, which is basically eventually you have to outmatch in one of the opposed charisma checks. But your spectacular array of wild magic seemed apt. And adequate. So you gained 50 experience for that, not a huge amount. You also gained 30 experience for going to a new place, so that is 80 in total. Yeah, just 80 experience points on top of everything else that you've got. But that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
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 We shall see you soon.